I have to be honest, y'all. I feel humbled by saying this, but I also am excited because this new season in my life. But I never thought I would be a YMCA mom. For the longest, I saw it was something for other people, not me. And I definitely wasn't trying to pay for a gym membership, y'all. If you know, I've been trying to bucket because once I used to try to get a gym membership, I wouldn't even go as much as I thought I would. But as a homeschooling mom wearing multiple hats, I realized I needed something I wasn't making space for. Time for myself, even more to have. I can't wait to tell y'all more about it. But in this episode, I'm sharing how that shift happened, why I finally said yes, and how it helped me create a rhythm that supports both me and my kids, from childcare time to workouts, quiet moments, and even pool days with my boys. This has become more than just a membership. It's just been a way to reset, especially sitting in a sauna or a whirlpool. If you've been trying to figure out how to create a space for yourself without taking away from your family. Welcome back to Navigating Postpartum Wellness podcast, where motherhood and wellness meet faith, presence, and honest conversations. From Navigating Postpartum Wellness Media, we unpack the real work of motherhood beyond the highlight reels. I'm your host, Dre Williams, writer, founder of Navigating Postpartum Wellness Media, and a mom of two. This space is for every mom who's carrying the weight of expectations but choosing to build softer, sustainable rhythms of wellness. Together, we'll talk about the inner work, breaking cycles, finding balance, and leaning into God's vision for your life. Because you're not just raising kids, you're raising the standard of living. If you have ever felt overwhelmed but deeply called to more, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. I'm not even gonna lie, I never thought I would be a YMCA mom with pride about it, okay? Growing up, I always saw YMCA as something for older people or just families who have been going there forever. It wasn't something I ever pictured myself doing. And even after I had kids, I was like, I'm not paying for no gym membership. Like, for what? Because when I used to have a gym membership, I would never go. And I'm also like, you can go outside. We could be active and moving in other ways. You can work out at home. But then life shifted. As a homeschooling mom wearing multiple hats throughout the day, I started realizing something. I needed space. Not just time with my kids, not just being productive, but real intentional time where I could hear myself think, and that's what led me here. Because you can work out at home, but it's not the same as when you go to the gym. Because at home, you can still think about stuff you need to be doing, but in the gym, you can just be present. That's for me, speaking up for myself. But at first, it wasn't even about the gym. It was about getting my movement in consistently, finding activities for my boys, and creating some type of structure that worked for all of us. And the YMCA just made sense. And now here I am, dropping my kids off at childcare for a little bit. And instead of rushing, I actually have time to just be. Let me tell you, because when you're trying to get out the house with all your, with your kids and trying to get everything together, about time you get to your destination, you're drained. But for me, when I do that, I go to the YMCA, guess what? I'm like, oh, I can drop them off and I can recuperate. I can recharge from what all transpired trying to get out the house, right? So when I go, some days I'm working out. Some days I'm just walking the track, or I'm going to sit down for a few minutes before I even go pick them up. Some days I'm just existing in quiet for a moment. And as a mom, especially homeschooling, that kind of space, it matters more than people realize. And what I love is that it works for all of us. I tell my boys, let mommy finish her workout, then we'll go to the pool, or we'll go run at the track, or we can go to the park after, or whatever they're in the mood for that day. Because it becomes something we do together, not something I have to separate from them completely. And let's talk about the pool real quick, because that's what really sold me. Year-round access, that changed everything, because I'm in the process of teaching my boys how to swim. So instead of just paying separately for swim classes, I started thinking, what if I can just teach them? What if we learn together? And for me, I know how to swim, but I still have skills in the pool that I want to work on. If you don't use it, you lose it. Like, I forgot how to float. I forgot how to, tread water. Little things like that I'm trying to remember. But I can still swim. But what if this becomes part of our lifestyle instead of another schedule thing we have to keep up with? That's really been the biggest shift for me this season. My husband even taught himself how to swim just from having a YMCA membership. So it's little things like that that's just like, wow, like it has so many benefits. Creating a rhythm that supports me while still pouring into my kids. Because at the end of the day, I show up better when I've had time to reset. Even if that reset looks like a workout, sitting in silence in the sauna, or just enjoying a whirlpool, or just having a moment to breathe. So yeah, I didn't think I would be a YMCA mom, but honestly, it's been one of the simplest ways to create balance in this season of life. And if you're a mom trying to figure out how to find time for yourself without feeling like you're taking away from your kids, this might be your reminder that it's okay to build something that works for you too. And as much as I am enjoying this, I would say if you are like, wow, I want 2 dedicated hours to myself, you can do that. But yeah. And if the YMCA is listening to this, we could partner on something, you know? But yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode to remind you to pour into. Thanks for spending time with me on Navigating Postpartum Wellness. If this episode spoke to you, I'd love for you to leave a review and check out the resources linked in the show notes, from quick wellness guides to my membership community, the Aligned Mama Collective, or better yet, come join me inside the Aligned Mama Collective, a space where moms like you are choosing faith, rest, and presence over hustle. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new conversation. And if this episode encouraged you, share it with a friend who might need it too. I'll see you next time.